Okay, so here's that Rokinon carbon fiber monopod I got a long time ago. In fact, I liked them so much I got 3 of them. And one of the projects I wanted to do was to add a foot to this monopod because it's so portable. It's only 18 inches collapsed, but it'll extend to a full 5.5 feet, which is a decent length. And it's great for small cameras like my GH3, which I tend to do a lot of event coverage with right now. And but I wanted a more stable foot. And the great thing is that on Monopod.com, they sell this folding foot. Now this thing is actually, the feet on this thing is really long, much longer than what you'll find on the Manfrotto. So this opens up, and then you see you have a female thread area here, and there's actually a ball socket in the middle. Now to make this work, you have to loosen this bottom part slightly, and then this ball will be able to kind of swivel around. And then when you don't want it to swivel, you actually lock it at the bottom, and that locks the ball in place, and then that ball won't, you know, shift around. But for when you're doing video, most likely you're going to use it in the unlocked position, just like that, so you can kind of swivel with your base. Anyways, so in order for me to get this monopod to attach to this, I'm going to do a little mod here. Now, there's a rubber foot on here currently, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that foot off just like that. I'm going to end up with a hollow carbon fiber tube on this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stuff it with a bolt and coupler and nut combination. Actually, this is just an example. I have a much longer bolt and several couplers. You can see I have several more couplers here, and then I'm going to finish it off with these nuts at the end. Now the coupler itself, if you could see, the diameter is a little bit smaller than the outside head, and also this nut is a little bit bigger. Now I've done this before, and these guys won't fit perfectly inside of this tube, so what you're going to have to do is you have to just round out a little bit of the nut on the outside and a little bit of the head, and then it'll fit securely. But stuff it with a bunch of couplers or whatever, just to take up a lot of that space and make it more stable. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what that looks like. Alright, so here is the finished product. I have a male thread coming out of this tube now. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, it looks sort of like this. I got that all the way in there. It's actually a much longer bolt, and I'm using 3 couplers and a series of nuts, so I'm taking up a lot of space here. That's going to make it a lot stronger than just one tiny section over here. So I've got this whole thing full of the nut and the couplers and the bolt. Then I just filled the tube with epoxy, so that's going to make it a little bit stronger and keep everything in place. Now all I have to do is screw it in. There you go. I have a foot for my monopod, so it's very secure. It's going to give me a lot more stable shots, fluid shots, when I'm working with the GH3. So let me show you what that looks like fully extended. Alright, so that's the bottom of my monopod, and I pan up here, you can see it's fully extended, and that gets about 5.5 feet. I have it next to a Manfrotto monopod with the legs fully extended, so you can see that it still towers it a little bit, so it's a very good height. It's actually too tall for me to use, and this is primarily going to be used for my GH3, so it's going to be a very lightweight setup, but it's going to give me a very ultra portable lightweight video monopod with a very secure foot. And again, that foot is coming from the Monopod.com website. Okay, so that's it. This is the carbon fiber monopod, its own little travel pouch here. You see how compact this whole setup is, and that's a great travel video monopod for me. And I know I put this project off for a long time, but this is a brand new tripod foot on Monopod.com, and it actually made this project a lot easier. At first I was trying to find something similar, but this really allowed me to finally finish this project the way I wanted to do it. So yeah, foot, portable monopod, that's it.